I'm Shaniqua with your morning news round. Coming up, an update on the well-being of seals and some happy Easter monkeys. First, there's currently an argument happening about racism in the UK. It's because of a report that said Britain is better at dealing with racism than other similar countries. The report, set up by the government to look at inequality in the UK, found no evidence of institutional racism and said there is no longer a system that puts people from ethnic minorities at a disadvantage. But anti-racism campaigners are unhappy with the findings, and some have called it divisive and said a missed opportunity for change in Britain. But what is institutional racism? Here's De Graaf to explain.
Over the past year, racism has been a big issue around the world. But what is institutional racism? Institutional racism is when organisations treat people differently because of the colour of their skin, culture or ethnic origin. It can be done through unfair policies or their attitudes and behaviours. Institutional racism causes people to be treated unfairly based on the colour of their skin, and they're not given the same chances in life. It can sometimes mean that those from black and ethnic minority groups have to work harder in society to get the same results as white people. But why does this matter to you? Where we live, institutions like schools, police or the government have a big influence on your life. They make important decisions about you and our laws, and if you're treated unfairly, it's hard to fight back against it. Institutional racism isn't when one individual is racist to another, but more so how an institution or an organisation treats a group of people.
The report is really dividing opinion. Some news rounders have already been getting in touch. One viewer agreed with the report, saying the idea that the system is rigged against minority ethnic groups is wrong. Another viewer disagrees, saying, I think the report is wrong, as there's definitely racism which still sadly exists in this country, but I feel like institutional racism is getting better. And we'd love to hear what you think on this story, so you can head to the Newsround website to join in on the conversation. Next, in Scotland, lockdown rules are relaxing from today. Instead of the stay-at-home rule, you now have to stay in your local area. And more changes are set to come on Monday as hairdressers and more shops can reopen. Okay, time for a quick roundup of some Easter animal news. London Zoo may still be closed to visitors, but the animals will be enjoying the Easter holidays. Zookeepers arranged an Easter egg hunt for the meerkats and squirrel monkeys, putting paper mache eggs in their enclosures with some delicious treats hiding inside. And they weren't the only ones. These elephants at Whipsnade Zoo also got a taste of Easter action with tasty watermelon disguised as a special Easter treat. Speaking of animals, if you were to see a seal, would you stay far away or would you go for a closer look? It might be tempting, but conservationists say that they're being put in danger by people getting too close. If a seal gets spooked, it can rush to try and get back to the sea and sometimes getting injured in the process. So they're asking people to give the seal some space when you're walking along the coast. Next, if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration to kickstart your bank holiday weekend, then look no further. Here's Martin with his very own top picks.
Hello everyone, Martin here with my very own top picks for this week. Woohoo! Let's begin with a true children's BBC classic, shall we? I don't know if you heard, but Tracy Beaker is back. My Mum Tracy Beaker is the latest in the Tracy Beaker series. It follows now adult Tracy and her daughter Jess as they try to scrape by financially, but with a close and loving bond that Tracy missed out on with her own mum. Of course, the legend Danny Harmer is back as Tracy. Who else, eh? Alongside the individual episodes, a single movie version is now available to watch on iPlayer. As for another series, the final episode finishes with To be continued, so it seems like further episodes are on the way. Let's get some superhero action now with Marvel's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. 6 months after being handed the mantle by Captain America at the end of Avengers Endgame, Sam Wilson, aka Falcon, teams up with Bucky Barnes in a worldwide adventure that tests their abilities and their patience. It's already streaming on Disney+. Alrighty, my final top tip for this week is to get outside and have some fun with your pals. Yes, lockdown restrictions have been eased this week across the UK, meaning we can meet up with our nearest and dearest as long as we are outdoors. Plus, sporting activities outdoors has been reopened for you guys. Yep. Make sure you check the restriction rules wherever you live though, because some rules are different to others depending on where you live. Yep, I'm just going to leave you to drink that up. Good times, innit? Does anybody get any sun cream?
Thanks, Martin. Now, as lockdown restrictions start to relax, lots of us are looking forward to going out. And there's been positive news for some of your favourite venues today with the announcement of £400 million of emergency government funding. The fund will go to places like cinemas, museums, theatres and festivals, and it's designed to help them prepare for reopening. Finally, it's Friday, so of course you need to get your weekly dose of strange news. Hayley's got this one.
Seeing as Easter is just around the corner, let's talk eggs. Chocolate eggs. Well, hang on a sec. This chef in Italy decided to make random eggs. For example, here is a cauliflower egg, here's a shell egg, and this is a funky-looking twig-type egg. Look, as long as I can eat them, that'll do for me. Up next, we have the case of the missing head. Well, kinda. It's been found now. Basically, this is the marble head of Empress Faustina that was stolen and smuggled out of Libya 70 years ago. It was anonymously left at the doorstep of an antique specialist in Austria. But now it's heading home. Get it? Now here is a chilly one to finish. This river in Japan creates strange blocks of ice on the bottom of the river, and as it gets super cold during winter, these blocks then slowly come to the surface as it warms up, and then float down river, joining up with all the other blocks. Well, this is certainly making me feel chilly. Bring on the sun.
See you later. Bye.